What's up guys, Sean here. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I flatten or dress or lap my diamond stones. Well, resin bonded diamond stones specifically. These two happen to be beneath resin bonded CBN. And then this one is a beneath resin bonded diamond. Right here, I have some 60 grit silicone carbide that I got off of Amazon. It is WIHA Space is the company. It had good ratings. This one will say step 1, and it's a 2-pound bag that will last you pretty much forever. I'll put the link in the description if it's not already in there. Same thing with this glass table that I'm using. I searched high and low to find a nice decent thickness and hardened piece of glass that was the right size, not too big, that wasn't crazy expensive, and this is the best bang for the buck I could find. This is actually designed to be a laptop stand or a keyboard stand, and it is hardened glass. It's the perfect size. It's convenient to store. It's not too big, and you can get this for like 20 bucks or less, which is insane, because for the same size piece of glass just by itself for hardened glass, you're going to spend 50 bucks or 60 bucks or maybe even more. It's really, I mean, glass prices can get pretty crazy. I think it's just because it's not many companies just make, random sizes pieces of glass. It's usually either really small and thin, or it's large and really thin, or it's it's just never the right thing, the exact thing that you're looking for if it's for a task like this. Some people will use an old mirror or something like that. Scott Gunn told me that that's perfectly fine. I wanted something that was had enough thickness and strength to it that it couldn't fold. It wasn't gonna get wore down within a couple uses from the abrasives, because these are very harsh abrasives. So the glass being hardened is definitely an added bonus. And since it is finally time for me to flatten these stones again, or actually I've never flattened these two or this one, but I have flattened my veneers that are the 4-inch ones for my KME. I flattened those before, and I was going to make a video on it back then, but it was my first time flattening them, so I didn't want to do a how-to tutorial video my first time trying something out. I didn't think I would be doing you guys any justice. But now that I know how I've successfully done it and I know what I'm doing, I feel more comfortable showing you guys how you can do this yourself. So you can see the amount of silicone carbide I have poured out. I didn't measure it or anything. You just put a little bit on the center of the plate. Then the next thing you're going to want to do is add some water. You don't need a ton of water. I'm just going to use this spray bottle right here, so I can very gently and controlled and then in a controlled manner add water to it without it being excessive, because I don't want to make a big mess. I do have this plastic covering over top of the table, so if some does drip off, it's not going to ruin any of my my placemats or my wood table. And then the other thing that you're going to want to do with a pencil, I used a construction pencil, like a lumber pencil, and I just made like a little grid pattern on here. Just want to make diagonal dashes going down, and then do it the opposite direction, back that way, and I also decided to draw a line down the center. Just that's gonna help you see where the abrasive is wearing away material, and it'll kind of expose where your high spots and low spots are. You want to have your grid pen drawn on here. Let me make sure you guys can see. Doesn't have to be nice and neat, anything fancy. These are the double-sided Venive CBN. Highly, highly recommend. Best bang for your buck for the TSPROF to get the ultimate performance. If you're looking to get nice looking, very sharp finishes. So starting off with my F100, gonna kind of spread this out a little bit. I don't want to spread out with my bare finger because this stuff can get in your finger or in your pores. So keep that in mind. You're probably going to want to wear gloves, and it can be a little bit noisy. So a little bit more water, and I'm going to kind of zoom in on this. So now you guys have a good view. What you're going to want to do, you want to go in diagonal motion like this, diagonal, and then you go diagonal the other way. Let me spread some of this out. Get a little bit more water. Get nice and slushy. You don't want to be concentrating pressure in any one specific spot. You want to try to distribute the pressure evenly across the stone. So maybe like 3 points of contact, 3 fingers. Let's go the other way. Make sure we spread this out. Alright, so now we get a paper towel, and then we're going to take a look at it. Alright, so you see we have a little bit left on the ends. Still have a little bit of a gouge right there. A little bit left right there. So I'm going to keep on working this, but as you can see, a lot of the grit is knocked down, and the only thing left is some of the low spots and high spots, or maybe that's a low spot, considering it has not gotten that yet. So yeah, the low spots will be left. So I'm going to keep on doing the same exact thing until you don't have anything left on the stone. Now for your F240, you might want to use like a 100 grit, or like a 100 grit silicone carbide. And then for your F400, you might want to use a 200 grit silicone carbide. You can get away with like half the grit of your actual stone. If you go much more than that, then you're going to end up with a coarser stone, and it's going to it can cause larger I guess like dips and valleys where the diamonds or CBN particles are exposed, and if you don't get that all even and finish it at the right grit for that stone, then it can make it it keeps it from wearing it properly, and it can cause premature excessive wear on the stone. This isn't something I've really tried to explain before or really thought about before recording, so sorry if none of that made sense, but the way I'm demonstrating how to flatten it, that is in fact how you're going to do this. It just, it's not a super quick process. The more wear you have on your resin bonded stones, the longer it's going to take to restore them back to completely flat. But that should give you an idea of how to go about it. Do what? Can you turn on TV for me? In 1 minute, baby.
After you're done, can you let it dry? Daddy?
Let it dry?
Yeah, when you're done.
Let what dry?
That.
What? Oh, no, I gotta wash it off.
After you're done,
Yep.
you have to clear it off.
Yep. Alright, so this is very close to being finished. That was just an additional minute of really going at it, and you can barely see that gouge that was near the center there. You can see it just a little bit, but we're making progress. There you go, now you can see it. As you can see, we're making progress though. So maybe a couple more minutes and I should be good. So I did want to show you guys at least how that kind of progressed. So there you have it. Kind of just go at it and then check it, and go at it and check it until you're happy with the results. If you want to know any more information on it, I would definitely recommend checking out Scott Gunn's channel, Gunny Sharp Talk, and he has a video specifically on flattening or dressing your resin bonded stones. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hope it was helpful. Thank you all for watching. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Stay tuned, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Hey, are you done?
Yep.
Daddy, I'm ready.